Okay, it's been quite a fractious weekend in the guitar community, to say the least. A semi-convivial bun fight, I think is how I described it. But Ted and I are back to peace and love, right? Which is always a good thing. And this morning we got up, we watched a lot of YouTube, it was pretty illuminating. And then we went through all the postcards to see who'd won the I'll Name It in One guitar solo competition, and the answer is that nobody won, so I can't go, here's what you would have won. If it were I'll Name It in One, it would have been, right? I don't think anyone would have got that. That's B flat, by the way. Alan Parkinson got it right, but Alan's in the same band as me, and we've been playing crisscross stuff between us for the past couple of weeks. So he kind of had a leg up and was therefore disqualified. But Alan said, oh, of course, it's Poor Shirley. And the answer is, it's Poor Shirley. Last track, side one of Crisscross, is a multi-platinum selling album called just Christipher Cross, the green one with the flamingo on it. Now, if you know that album, you'll know there are major league guitar players on it. Jay Graydon, Larry Carlton, notably Eric Johnson, one of the first times, well, probably the first time that any of us had heard him was on this, on Minstrel Gigolo. And I really take my hat off that Christipher Cross made the choice to say, it's my album, I'm going to play some guitar in it, and he's a really, really good player. He plays the solo in Ride Like the Wind, and I think there's a tendency, to listen to the album and assume that he's singing, and there's hotshot guitar players on it, so they'll be doing all the playing, but it's Crisscross on Ride Like the Wind. And there's a really good video out now by Rick Beato, where he's got an ear trumpet, and it's the text down the bottom is saying, I can't hear it. And it's him saying, why is it mixed so far down in the mix? And it's when you hear this. And it kind of comes out of the mix a bit more where it goes. That bit, right? But it's still quite a buried solo, but that's Crisscross. This one is not buried at all until the fade, and it's as good. It's a lovely choice of notes, and the song's called Poor Shirley. Now, it's in G minor stroke B flat, right? So the first thing you hear is the cellos. It's not overtly guitar based. So the first thing you hear is this. Right, it's a G, played on the cellos, and that's when Crisscross sings Poor Shirley, she hides from the pain. The song is not a bowl of cherries, believe me. And then there's this. The string section, play that. Now it then goes into a fairly uplifting chorus and bridge section that are in B flat. And it's a line you may have heard before, because it goes. It's a rundown. There's a reprise which is save ourselves from all of the pain. We can save ourselves from all of the pain. Right? And Chris sings that. As I say, it's not a bowl of cherries. Save ourselves from all the pain. I find it incredibly moving. It's a song that I really, really like. At the end, the whole band plays that kind of vamp. And Chris plays a solo, right? Absolutely lovely solo, and it starts like this. Right, that's the start of it. If you know a B flat major scale, like the 5-note major scale, it would go like. But you may say, well, that's G minor, and it's because the notes are the same. The notes are common to both scales. So if you know that, which we would normally play as in that position, allowing us to slide, right? You've got most of the solo, We've got all that stuff, right? So that's flubbed a note there by trying to be too clever and doing the slide. So play it again. So those notes are all on the B flat major scale. And the whole solo has these notes, but it does break out in a couple of points. One is to play an E flat, which is like the Mick Taylor note from the Dead Flowers solo. It's the fourth that, as you can see, is not in it's not in that scale, right? So that's the fourth, but the other one is this one, which is an A, which is a natural seventh. It's got that as well, right? And I'll tell you when those two notes come up, right? So, let's play the first half. Right, that's the first half of his solo. You'll see that for virtually all of it, we're just using a 5-note B flat scale. That scale, right? But when you hear that note that goes, that choice of notes, we've got this, which is your E flat. Now he plays this, sounds alright, fretting it like that, but he plays it like this, like that. So what you do is you bend the C, the lick that we all know that goes, that lick, right? So we bend the C to, and there is your fourth, the E flat. Slight change in rhythm. Okay. And we're halfway through. So that's the first half of Chris's solo. We then got to this position and play, and again we're on this 5-note B flat scale. And all we're doing is playing the notes off it. So we're going D to F with a slide, then G to F, B flat with a slide, and then bend to C. Right. Now I tend to have a tendency to over-egg the pudding here, and the vibrato, what I'm trying to say is the vibrato's not quite as heavy as that. It's more like, the melody is the key thing. Right, so that's that phrase. I also, you may have noticed, turned to the rhythm pickup at that point. I think it makes it a little bit more fruity in my eyes. So, again, this time we're looking for the C note, which he landed on in the first half of the solo, when the piano chord is F, the C being in the F. So now we've got this. Do the bend again, bend the C to D. The chorus way through. This next bit to me is the climax of the solo. It's a lovely, lovely choice of notes. And I'll play the notes first. What he plays is, right? But he plays them like this. Right? That's kind of how he articulates the notes. Now, maybe a slide. When you hear the, right, I'm trying to play that as languid a bend as I can, like. Then I play a rake, and another rake. Oops, do it again. Right. So I'll tell you what the notes are there. The first part I played is F to B flat, up to the D. Then the rake is D, E flat, F, B flat. Then the second rake is which is G, A, B flat, C. So the whole thing, assuming I play the right notes, is that's that bit. That's the bit I like the most in the solo, but I like the whole solo, right? And then he plays which is the most rock and roll bit in the whole solo. So we've got this climb, D, E flat, F, and we let it down. And then this lick, right, which you'll know from a lot of records. You just hear the bend of the. It's always a kind of sleazy in the pocket lick. This is not a sleazy song. It's very romantic, but you know what I mean. So we get this bend the F, and then right. So bend the C up to E flat F, and then 2 pull-offs. So we get down from B flat to B flat, and then, and again we're looking for that C note. So we're now at this point we're back to this 5-note B flat scale. We then have a climb. It's the record's starting to fade out at this point, and we get Chris playing like that bit, but this time it goes like that. And the last lick, and then it is faded out, but this time you can't hear it at all. So we get the pull-offs, the climb, up to that F note, and then this, and that is the last note. So if you want the last section, it's like this. Here's the climb, and the last lick. By that time it's gone. So that is Criss Cross's solo in Poor Shirley. So I hope that's been helpful to you. It'd be a great song to play. It could be done on guitar. As I say, the first thing you hear is the cello doing that. You could do that, or you might just want to learn the solo, just for the fun, just for the joy of doing it, or you might not already. So whatever. Thanks for watching from me. Okay.